Good. So, in our session today, we're going to be talking about a few other things that we didn't mention. But before that, I want to talk about some of the things that you need to be aware of. All right. Um, we have recorded all the classes since we started. That is one of the things you need to know. And I want to show you how you can be accessing the classes without having to be looking for YouTube links. And remember that this link is only going to be available for you for the next just a few hours so that other people cannot join and access the recorded versions of the session. Okay? So this is the link itself. Let me share the link in the chat section of this session. Make sure that you enroll immediately because after that, we're going to put a price tag to the recorded sessions because this is value. All right? And I want to show you there's something people haven't really yet mastered, which is the aspect of learning online. All right? And I'll show you something. Let me open this link using a different account. Let me try and use a different account over here. All right? Let me try and use a different account. So I'm going to open the website over here. So when you click on that link, you will get something like this. You will get something like this telling you to sign up or something like that. But you can actually click on register now, or you can easily just click on continue with Google to select your account instantly. Like for example, I can select like this account over here. Okay. And after selecting that, it's going to take me directly over here. So the next thing I'll do is click on enroll now. When I click on enroll now, if you can't see my screen, make sure that you check maybe probably there is a problem on your end. When you click on enroll now, you're going to get something like this. Yeah. And then when you click on start learning, you'll be able to access, like we've already had 2 sessions so far. Yeah. So we've already had 2 sessions that can give you a guide. Like we had the first session over here. Yeah. This is the first session and this is the second session. Some people are saying that they cannot see my screen. Probably you've scrolled out. Yeah. This is the first session and this is the second session. And today is actually going to be the third session. What you're looking at is something we refer to as a learning management system. This one has been crafted so that, like for example, instead of having to look for the YouTube links, all right? All you have to do, like even it's so easy. You just go, for example, you can go to my personal website. Let me use a different account this time. I'll show you something over here that can guide you in accessing the recorded classes. Let me select one of my accounts over here. So I'm going to open one of my accounts. Someone is saying I can see Elvis, but I cannot see what. Is my screen visible, ladies and gentlemen? My screen is, I believe my screen is actually visible. Yeah. Probably there is no sound. Is there sound? Someone, can you hear me, ladies and gentlemen? I think probably you need to check your internet probably. But like if you just went online and searched for Elvis W courses, it's going to open you to this website. That is courses.elvisw.online. So if you click on this page, it's going to take you to what we refer to as the home page. Okay. Now what you want to do is you want to click on courses over here. This is a courses tab. And you're going to see this AI Masterclass July 2025. This is what you're looking for so that you can access the recorded version. Remember, let me repeat that. Elvis W courses. Okay. You come and click on my website, that is courses.elvisw.online, which is a domain that I normally have dedicated for all my courses. And then you come and click on my courses over here. And you're going to find this one called the AI Masterclass July 2025. Click on it. You're going to probably be prompted to sign in. It's so easy, you just need to click on this button over here. There's a button you can actually get to see over here. It's called Continue with Google. All right. So I'm going to click on it, Continue with Google. And then I'll click on info@elvisw.online. That is the domain, the email I'm using. It's going to verify. Once it is done, I'm just going to click on enroll now. And I can easily click on start learning. So this one makes it easy for you because, like for example, if you click on this, it's going to give you
Muslim representative and an
It's going to give you an overview of the first session that we actually ever had. You can see it over here, right? And then yesterday's session, that was the second session that we had. You can easily get to find it over here. ChatGPT and DeepSeek. So you click on it.
Just to confirm, am I audible? Someone is saying that I'm
You can easily
like
move
home.
around. You see?
From city streets to
You see?
something like this. You can proceed on. You can finish.
Good. So these are quite a number of, this is how you will be able to access the recorded versions. You can even actually access them on your phone, right? And for those who had actually asked for a certificate, we will make sure that the certificates are actually available. Probably tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah. Tomorrow is Thursday. We might try and actually have them available by Friday in the morning so that you can access that. Now, if you've not been able to see what we've done, you'll be able to access the recorded version of this session. Okay. But anyway, that was just an overview. Now, there's a reason as to why I normally record all my classes, so that even if, like, for example, even in future, when you want to reference something, you don't really have to struggle. You'll just go, oh, there's this guy called Elvis. I took a course last year on artificial intelligence. You just go online and search for Elvis W courses. All right? It's so easy. You click on the first website over here, this one. And then you come to the courses tab. It's so easy to navigate. Then you remember, oh, it was AI Masterclass July 2025. You click on it. In fact, we've done so well for you so that you can actually get to see there's an image that is on the background over here. Oh, you remember that was a course. Oh, I enrolled into it. You can click on, like for example, you click on Start Learning. Like for example, if you have mastered everything in this particular first session, you click on Markers Complete. All right? Once you're done, like even once you're done with this one, you just click on Markers Complete. And your course will have actually been completed. But don't click on Complete Course, because once you click on Complete Course, yeah, it is only free for you. So we will put a price tag. By tomorrow, we will have put a price tag to that particular course so that we can actually prevent other people from accessing it. So the faster and the earlier you enroll, by just go to Elvis W courses, click on the first website that you see over here. Yeah. Then you click on My Courses. Now probably you will want to check the email that you're using. You will click on this one, the AI Masterclass, July 2025. You are going to find something that is telling you to, you're going to find something, enroll now over here after you've signed in. Make sure you learn. Those are simple things that people need to learn. Signing in, yeah? So it's important that you remember that. And the moment you've done all this, in fact, you can even access the classes. There is this tab over here. You're going to find something like Start Learning and the rest. And then there is something down here you're going to see, which is like you can be able to hover across the courses. Like, for example, you can click on the first one over here, and you can be able to check everything that we talked about. Yeah, it is available only for you. All right. So remember that. Remember that. So what you have is a learning management system. And remember, you can actually hide like the course content by clicking over here. Right. So you can actually do something like that. So once you're done, you're going to click on Complete Course. But if you click on Complete Course, you might not get your certificate. So don't do that right now. So if you want to see your enrolled courses, you click on Dashboard over here. When you click on Dashboard, you can actually check out your profile. All right. You can actually be able to easily check out your profile. Actually, we promised a few guys the availability of this course. This one is the computer literacy and digital literacy. For how long is it available? For as long as it takes. As long as you're alive, you have access to this, right? So in your dashboard over here, you'll be able to see quite a number of things. Your profile, the most important thing is your enrolled courses, all right? Like for example, if you have access to other courses over here, yeah. So make sure you register. I'll avail, because we've already tackled that, which is 9 minutes of this session tonight. Let's first proceed on, and we will cover that later on. So you can also come and click on your settings to check out a few things, like if you want to change your name, yeah, and everything. If you want to change your time zone, yeah, feel free. Come over here, change a number of things. If you want to add a bio, yeah, just update your profile like that. Who did your courses website? I'm the one who did it myself, yeah? I'm the one who did it myself. So that's yeah. So that's mostly it. But I hope that is well and helpful to you. It's going to give you access to this. So, ladies and gentlemen, today is our last session tonight. Today is our last session, actually. I really hope you've found value in the past few days. All right. Why can't I see your screen? It's on and off. Is anyone else having a problem with viewing the screen? Is anyone else having a problem with viewing the screen? Because I can see so many people who are okay, good, perfect. So let's talk about something really today, ladies and gentlemen, because some of the things that we promised each other to talk about is something like, first of all, how many people have done like something called transcription? How many people have done transcription or something like that? You used to hear transcription, no transcription jobs. I'm going to introduce you to something called Descript. Let me show you a website called Descript.com, right? How many people have ever heard of such a website? Is there anyone who's heard of such a website? Anyone? So let me share a brief, maybe something very, very brief to maybe open your mind on what Descript is. So you have an audio file, you have a video file, all right?
Hey, one. Hey.
Okay. We need to mute some people's microphones. Anyway, so you have a video, you have an audio. Now, the biggest question that you have is, how do you actually convert this audio into a video? Sorry, into text. Audio or video into text. Yeah? Someone is saying sauti na katika na. I can see from my other screen over here that everything is okay. Is there anyone else who is having a problem? Yeah? Because I'm a little bit shocked. Is there anyone else who is having a problem? Because Mimi, I don't think I actually... Okay. Perfect. So anyway, mostly I hope that really opens. Good. So this is the website called Descript. Okay? Like if you just went online, let me show you something. If you just went online and you searched for Descript, I want to introduce you to that tool today. Descript is that AI tool that you can use when you want to create text from an audio file. Let's say you're someone who does a podcast, you create content, and you like to convert the audio into text. You can use Descript. So if I open Descript over here, this is Descript. And first of all, it's good enough for me to be honest with the pricing. So if I come to the pricing over here, you can see there are various pricings that you can see. There's a hobbyist, $16 per month, $24 per month. But you can actually start with a free trial. So I'll click on Get Started with the free trial. Let me just click on this. That is Get Started with the free trial. Is there anyone else who is not seeing my screen? Because my screen is completely visible. I'm actually seeing that in another device and it is visible. It is very, very visible. Please check. Make sure that if you're using a phone, please check. Let me see, because my screen should be pinned for every person. Yeah, please check on that. Check on your end. The error is not actually on. It's probably on your end. Please check on that. Good. Okay. I don't understand. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is click on Continue with Google. All right. And this one allows you to sign in into your account. How many people know how to sign in into accounts? You know, ni vizuri to ask that question. Like, it is important for you to know how to create accounts. Yeah. When you're told to go and create a Gmail account, when you're told to sign up. Yeah. So, like for example, I'll click on the email address that I want to use for now. Remember, I have selected the free trial. You don't have to pay. Then I click on Continue. Okay. So Descript is going to allow me to have an account with a free trial. So this free trial allows you to do a number of things on Descript. The most important thing that you can do with Descript is to upload an audio or a video file and then you convert it into text. So let me give you a brief example. I'm going to use it for personal and I want to use it for, I'm a creator and I want to probably use it for podcasts, video messages, exportable transcripts. Let me select exportable transcripts. And then I select I want to get started with a free trial. So the free trial is going to allow you to transcribe content that is up to 1 hour. So what does that mean? Let's say you have an audio file that is 20 minutes long. You can transcribe it over here. You have another audio file that is 1 minute long. You can transcribe it over here until your 60 minute threshold is expired. So that is a free trial. Let me click on get started. Do you want to invite others? I'll do this later. And then probably you want to share the data if you'd like. So you click on that and you're going to have such an interface. Ladies and gentlemen, are we still together up to that point? Are we still together? Let me try and increase my font size. Let me try and increase my font size so that we can have maybe something a little bit larger. So this is the interface that we are talking about now. Okay? You can do quite a number of things. You can edit a video. You can make a podcast. You can create social clips, or you can transcribe a file. You can even clean up an audio file. Let's say you have an audio file that you have recorded and it has a lot of noises. You just upload it over here and you can actually get to use Descript for that. But one of the most important things that I would like for you to learn how to use with Descript is to transcribe a file. So let's say you have recorded an audio file. Now, I'm going to introduce you to something else. There is a software that I would like for you to download and have in your computer. This one you can do later on. Remember, you can also record an audio file with your smartphone. How many people normally know how to record audio files? I think munatumanga voice notes. How many people know how to send voice notes? I say, I just wanted to tell you, and it's okay. Those voice notes that you normally send. I think you know how to send voice notes or something like that. You know how to record audio. The moment you are heartbroken, you normally send a lot of voice notes. Akishiro, akijemo, Those are the things people do. So this is a software. Now you might be wondering, what is this software used for? Now, so that you stay educated, I want to show you something. If you ever decide to start a podcast and you want to record an audio file, you can use this software. It is called Audacity, right? So let's unmute our microphones and say Audacity, the word Audacity. Audacity, right? It's the same software I normally use to record my audio files when I'm shooting videos for social media. So Audacity works like this. You just want to hit on record over here. But where do you get Audacity? If you just go online and search for Audacity, okay? And then you click over here. You will get the instructions. It is a free tool unless you have the money to pay for the advanced features that Audacity comes with. You can record audio files with it. You can actually record audio files with Audacity. And it is honestly an amazing tool. All right? Someone is saying her screen keeps disappearing. Is anyone having a problem? Because I don't. I've tried seeing whether we have a problem. Can you hear me? Good. So you can actually just download Audacity over here. It's important that you know how to install. It's important that you know how to install software here. Why? What is the problem? Am I the only one? Can you guys hear me? Am I audible? I just want to know if I'm audible. I'm getting a lot of people saying they cannot hear me. I'm even thinking I have an internet problem. Good. So this is Audacity. Apart from that, your computer normally has something called a sound recorder. All right? If you want to record sound on your computer, you can use this particular software called Sound Recorder. It is good. But I find Audacity quite advanced, this software. So if you want to record something with Audacity, you just come over here, and for example, you also need to learn, all right? Yeah, someone is suggesting if you're having a problem viewing my screen, you can leave the session and then rejoin. So like for example, if you would like for maybe like if you want to start recording, you're just going to click over here and we can start recording. Hey, my name is Elvis. I have been teaching graphic design for so long. Yeah. So many people have come through me and learned graphic design. And I thought that it is important for people to learn that graphic design is probably one of the most important skills in 2025. As a graphic designer, you can actually design posters, you can do flyers, you can do company profiles. And then after you do company profiles, you can use this. You can also even go ahead and decide to get into web design. All you have to understand is learn how to use software like WordPress. Learn how to use a content management system like WordPress. WordPress is very, very good. In fact, if you just understood how to use AI tools like ChatGPT, you can actually stand differently as compared to other people, because not so many people know how to use software, know how to use AI tools like ChatGPT. At the same time, I think it is important for you as a graphic designer to start content creation so that people can discover you and know the various services you provide. You can speak as long as you'd like to speak. And then once you're done, you come and click on File, and then you click on Export Audio. When you click on Export Audio, you want, for example, now when you click on the Browse button, you want to probably select where you want to export the audio. So for me, I can probably say I want to export it on my desktop. And then I can say the name is Graphic Designer Sample Audio 001. Then you click on Save, and then you click on Export. Just like that. So now, if I go to my desktop, I will find that audio file. Where is that audio file? Then I click on this is the audio file. Graphic Designer Sample Audio. This is a very simple audio file that I can actually get to use. So I will come to Audacity over here and then click on Upload File. Then locate the file on my desktop. Let me sort these files by the date modified, and this is the audio file. Graphic Designer Sample Audio, then click on Open. Yes, you can use Descript on you can even use your smartphone. If you have a smartphone, it has a recorder, voice notes, whichever. Record an audio of you speaking. So once you upload on Descript, you're going to get something like this, right? You can get something like this. I want to show you something that can really open your eyes. Am I still audible, ladies and gentlemen? Can you all hear me? I just want to know if you can hear me. So it can probably take a few minutes to upload the file. I don't know why it's taking so long. Good. I hope it's going to upload. Is it even really uploading? Okay, let's just give it a few seconds. I don't know why it's taking so long today. The day when we're supposed to be, perfect. So it is now transcribing over here. I can click on cancel over here so that everything is completed. So it's just doing the transcription just now. Okay, so when we mean by transcribing, it's that the audio is now being converted into text. All right, so it takes just like a few minutes, depending on your internet connection. Maybe probably today I might be having some issues with my internet, but the transcription should not take so long. It's probably one of those things that can save you a lot of time, by the way. How long do you think it could take? How long do you think it could take for you to actually transcribe an audio file? Like if you listen to the audio file and convert it into text, it might take you some time. But with Descript, you can easily get to transcribe as many audio files as possible. So I want you to see what happens. It's going to transcribe. How is Audacity different to Otter AI? Let's not really change a number of things. So just a moment. Don't worry. We will redo it. Like for example, if you want to, what you are doing right now is converting an audio file into text. So just a moment. We will redo it. Look at this. The audio file has been made. You can see. And for example, if I even come and try and play over here.
We can start recording. Hey, my name is Elvis. I have been teaching graphic design for so long. Yeah. So many people have come through me and learned graphic design. And I thought,
can you hear my sound as it reads through? Can you hear the sound of the, as it plays? Good. But anyway, no worries. So what really happens is this. You are able to convert an audio into text. Let me redo that again. So let's say you have recorded an audio file and it is in your computer. All right? You have recorded an audio file and it is on your computer. Yes, you can edit the text in Descript. So for example, if I click on transcribe a file, and a brief example would be this. You have an audio file. Like for example, you went to church today and you recorded an audio file. You recorded an audio file of your pastor preaching. All right? You can easily convert the text into an audio file. You can convert the audio file into text. You have recorded an audio of you speaking or saying anything on your phone. Okay? How many people know how to use the tool called voice recorder? Okay, who is this? Okay, please, if you're having an issue, just throw it in the chat section. If you keep sending thumbs down emojis, we don't know where the problem is. Yeah? Unatuambia, I'm having this problem, so that we see whether we can resolve it. But if you send thumbs down emojis all the time, it's really distracting us because we don't know where the problem is. Yeah? Please, type, hey, Elvis, you're moving too fast. Elvis, repeat that. Yeah? How many people know how to use a voice recorder? Let me ask that. Voice recorder on your phone. If you have a smartphone, go and look for an app called voice recorder. Record a voice of yourself saying anything. Anything. Can it transcribe Kiswahili to English? David Kariuki, we are converting audio to text. We are not converting English to Kiswahili or Kiswahili to English. What it is doing, it is converting your speech to text. It is not converting it from Kiswahili to English. Yeah? Please get that, David. Yeah? Can you download Audacity on your phone? No, you can't download Audacity on your phone. It is for computers. If you have a smartphone, what you can do is to use the inbuilt voice recorder. Every single smartphone has an inbuilt voice recorder. True of us? Yeah? Almost everyone. You can even transcribe Kiswahili audio, but the problem, it's not going to be so perfect. Yeah? Kiswahili is not internationally known. It can get a few words, Swahili words, but not so many. Unless you know how to speak Swahili properly. So you've recorded an audio on your smartphone, or you've recorded an audio on your computer. Okay? You come and click on upload file. All right? A brief example would be, for example, let's say I have an audio file. Let me look for an audio file. I don't know where I have any audio file, but let me see. Let me use one audio file. Let me look for an audio file that is a little bit short. Good. Let's say, what do you mean it's not working on phone? Yeah, I don't know. It should be working. But remember, please, ladies and gentlemen, here's the thing I recommend. There are so many guys who are doing it as I do it. You will keep not understanding, because when I move a step further, when I move a step further, you'll still be stuck where you are. So if you could, please, listen, please. And before we get to many questions, let's just do something very simple. Let's just be attentive. Instead of doing it, just don't do it, first of all. First of all, listen. All right? After the session, you'll have all the time to do all this. Yeah? Please, because I cannot be able to see what you're doing. So just observe. Angalia tu. Observe tu. Observe every single step. Don't start trying it, because the moment, for example, if you leave the session to go and try it, you're going to make some errors. So just be very attentive and see how we do it. The good thing is that we are recording the session. So even afterwards, you will have access to that. So I come and I select an audio file. let me try and select like an audio file that also has Kiswahili, like this one over here. This one was an audio file I was creating, and I was telling parents about being scammed. So what happens with Descript is that it immediately uploads the audio file and creates a project for it. Okay? So I had recorded an audio file saying that parents need to be careful. Parents need to be careful about, their children scamming them. So I click cancel over there because the audio is being uploaded. And if you look at this particular tab over here, you can see that something is going on, transcribing. So what is happening is that the audio file is being converted into text. Ladies and gentlemen, are we still together up to that point? And remember, I just introduced Audacity to you as a by the way. You don't have to use Audacity all the time. Sawa? You don't have to use Audacity. That was just something I was introducing to you. Transcription failed. Why has it failed? Let me come and refresh over here. Let me first refresh over here and see why the transcription has failed. So let me just go back. Let me go home. I'll go home to the home page and I'll click again on transcriber file. All right. This is on Descript. I click on transcriber file. All right. And then I click on upload a file. So for example, you have an audio file that you have recorded. It is on your phone or in your computer. I mostly recommend that you use Audacity I normally recommend you use it on your computer. Not Audacity, sorry, Descript. I normally recommend that you use Descript on your computer. So like for example, I can decide to select like this one, parents being scammed, and then I click on open. So what happens with Descript is that it's going to upload that file and create a project for it. You can see already, it's already happening. Parents being scammed. Then over here, it's going to tell you your transcript will be ready in a few minutes. Then, for example, you can say how many speakers are there, but you don't have to really get into the intricacies of all this. You can actually just click on cancel. All right. So it takes a few minutes to transcribe and to try and understand what you have spoken in your audio file. You can also get to upload a video file, but a video file might take so long to actually upload because like if you have a video file that is probably like 200 megabytes, it's going to take a long time for it to be uploaded. Okay? So this is how Audacity can actually help you. You're converting audio files into text. Yeah? That's how you can get to use Audacity. It's honestly a very, very good tool. Yeah? You can see. You see, it's already ni vizuri wazazi mkuwe wajanja sana. It hasn't really gotten the Kiswahili words properly, but at least it has tried. And if you can scroll down, look at this. You can scroll down. You can see. It has converted everything over here. Everything over here. You can see this. Ladies and gentlemen, are we still together up to that point? Yeah? If I have a strong accent, can it convert my voice accurately? Yes. In fact, mostly it's made for people with strong accents. So once this has been converted into text, you can come over here. You can click over here and export. So how are you exporting it as? You can export it as a transcript. All right? Now, this particular text that you've transcribed, now the biggest question that you have is this. What can you do with it? Now, you can come to a tool like ChatGPT. Let me show you something. You can come to a tool like ChatGPT. So the audio file that I have transcribed was an audio file. I was telling parents to be careful about being scammed by their own children. What if I can use that audio file to create social media posts? So I'll come. I don't even have to export it, but I can export it. You can export it as a transcript, and you can export it in various formats. You can export it as a document, mostly Word document, if you would like, or you can export it as a plain text document. But there is no need of doing all that. You can actually just come, select all this, You just come, select all this. You can actually just select all this, all of it, the whole text. And then you right click. And then you click on copy. Then you come over here to ChatGPT. And on ChatGPT, you can say something like this. I have a transcript that I have generated, and I would like for you to analyze it. Then you paste your transcript. Then you hit enter on ChatGPT. You see? So ChatGPT is going to really try and understand what it means. It's going to understand, even if you've spoken in Swahili. The good thing about ChatGPT is that it's able to understand the Swahili. You see? What works well, it captures how young people and parents actually speak. Real examples mentioning a parent who lost. It's going to understand everything. Now, you can do so many things with that particular transcript. You can take the transcript and create social media posts from it. So instead of saying something like, every day you're typing social media posts, how about you speak them? You wake up in the morning, you open the recorder on your phone, and you say, my name is this and this, I'm a web designer, I would like to create a social media post on this and this and this. Record an audio file on your smartphone, and then use Descript.com to transcribe the file. To transcribe means you convert the audio file into text. So you see, it has generated everything over here. And it has already generated something. Ni vizuri wazazi mkuwe wajanja. It's converting the text. Stop buying into scams that your own children are selling you. So now we can even come and ask a very, very nice, important thing. Can we create a 250-word social media post for Facebook talking about this? All right? Then we say we can use a satire. You want to use, it's good for you to also get to learn how to use some words. Satire. How many people know what satire means? Wangapi wanajua satire inamaanisha nini? Let me just satire. You can even use something like sarcasm, the use of humor, irony, or exaggeration. We can say use a satirical tone for the social media post. Avoid using emojis. Avoid using emojis in the post. And add an educational slogan at the end of the post. And then we hit enter. So I want you to see what is generated. You can do this and this. Your child is not an investment advisor. Stop treating them like one. Some of you parents are out here being scammed, not by strangers, but by your own children, beloved children. Your daughter comes home from campus with fake lashes, a power bank, and an investment opportunity that will triple your money in 7 days. You believe her. She tells you there's a new agency that connects Kenyans to jobs abroad. You only need to pay 150,000 as a processing fee. You send her the money. The agency vanishes. Daughter goes silent. You start praying. Some of you have lived through Moi Kibaki and the rise of Watu Credit. You've survived pyramid schemes, poster bonds, and Meru granite. But suddenly, a 23-year-old with a TikTok account tells you to invest in something called Binomo, and you pull out your life savings. If your child wants to try their luck with these schemes, let them alone. Don't co-invest in nonsense. Want to invest? Buy land, start a chama. Put it in a regulated money market fund. Even buying 2 dairy cows makes more sense. At least you'll get milk, if not ROI. Stop losing money just because it came from your child's mouth. Not everything your son says is revelation from Sinai. Wazazi, please, be skeptical, be smart, be stingy with your savings. Learn before you lose. A message from the School of Financial Common Sense. What do you think about that post, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think about it? Imeweza, haijaweza? What do you think?
Imeweza.
You see? So now, So now you
Imeweza. Good, imeweza. Imeweza. Imeweza.
tulikuwa amengojea kuwa nimutiwa waongee, but anyway, thank you for that. So now, in fact, I can even take this post directly without even having to worry so much. Yeah, I taught you about a tool called Google Keep. Yeah, that is where you store your notes. Yeah, if you have ideas, store them on Google Keep. So why do you store them on Google Keep? For future reference. Yeah, and then you can come over here. Just come over here, paste your note. Right? Let me refresh this. It's a very, very good tool. How many people have interacted with Google Keep? You can be able to come over here and paste your notes over here. Sorry. You can have your notes. Your child is not, like there's a common word with ChatGPT, this one. Let's be honest. You can remove it if you don't need it. Yeah. So learn how to use Google Keep. It's very, very good, by the way, when it comes to you saving notes. Then you just go, for example, you can go and post it on Facebook. Like, for example, Google Keep is a very good, and it also comes as a mobile application in your smartphones. Yeah. So I can come and probably create a post on Facebook. You see how easy it is. Someone was asking about creating posts on Facebook. I talked about Google Keep. How many people are in the first session? Google Keep is a very, very simple tool to use. It's just for note taking, nothing else. So we can upload, like, let me try and upload an image. Yeah, let me try and upload an image. Okay, you can upload that image and upload my post and then click on post. You see how easy it becomes for you. Ladies and gentlemen, are we still together up to that point? We've talked a lot about that particular software. Are we still together up to that point? How many people have gotten something up to that point regarding Descript? I didn't talk about Google Docs. The Google Keep is something very, very easy. You just take notes. Yeah, you just write notes. Anything. I have a few. It's just for note taking. Yeah, even for phones. If you check your smartphone, you probably have the app. You probably have an app that allows you to take notes. Yeah, it's just a very simple thing. Yeah. I just mentioned Google Keep kidogo. But anyway, Google Keep is very, very simple to use. Nothing much. It's just taking notes. It's for taking notes. No, and remember, by the way, Audacity, you don't have to download Audacity if you have a voice recording software, probably in your smartphone or in your computer. Okay? So that was Audacity. It is meant to give you some introduction onto how you can. Audacity is supposed to give you a few ideas on how you can actually convert audio into text. Are we together up to that point, ladies and gentlemen? Are we together? Are we together? Good. Now, the biggest question I have, let me try and see something over here. I would like for you to tell me if I play something. I want you to tell me if I play something over here, whether you're going to hear. You tell me whether you'll hear. Sawa?
Ni vizuri wazazi mkuwe wajanja sana. Yeah?
Can you hear my sound?
Stop buying into scams that your children are selling to you. Your child comes and tells you, angazijui an agency called RTX, sijui what. They can help them make, 50,000 shillings. And then you fall for it. Then siku ingine unalilia cho.
Okay. Let me try and increase the volume over here. So I want to show you, like if I play the sound over here.
I get calls from parents. Hey Elvis, there's this platform that my son has recommended to me. They're telling me to invest 150,000 Kenyan shillings, and I'll be getting this return on investment.
Good. All right. It is very, very faint. Okay. Sorry about that. Now, how about now?
Stop scamming your parents. Stop leading your parents into scams. Most parents are losing money every day. Mzazi alipoteza 1.5 million Kenyan shillings just because of the daughter telling them that there is this legit agency. Stop putting kama unataka kuskamiwa, skamiwa wewe peke yako, but stop involving your parents. A lot of times I'm dealing with parents telling me, oh, my child told me to invest this money in. You see, your parents will trust you.
Perfect.
Kama unataka kuskamiwa.
Thank you. So that was just a brief example of Audacity. Now remember, we still have a long journey to go, but I want to show you something now a little bit interesting. Now, unfortunately for this particular AI tool, you might have to pay some money. How many people have ever heard of an AI tool called 11 Labs? 11 Labs. How many people have ever heard of an AI tool called 11 Labs? So 11 Labs is an AI tool that allows you to convert text into speech. Right? It allows you to convert text into speech, ladies and gentlemen. So, this is 11 Labs. If you just go online and search for or Google 11 Labs, you'll be able to see this. 11 Labs, free text to speech and AI voice generator. So, I'm going to click on it over here, the first website. So, 11 Labs happens to probably be the best AI tool today that allows you to convert text into speech. Okay? Now, unfortunately, if you have to create content in 2025, one of the most important things I would say is this. Don't rely on creating content with AI alone. People need to see your face. We don't want to trust, it's hard for us to trust your AI character or your AI avatar. We need to see who you are as a person because we can't just trust you like that, right? So mix artificial intelligence and your face. Most people are afraid of showing their face, saying, oh, sitaki kutusiwa. Don't be afraid of creating content because of a few people who tell you, who will insult you. Yeah, it's okay. They have insulted you, but at the end of the day, they've watched your video. Yeah. So many people are afraid of content creation. You're worried, hey, these guys are going to be insulting me. Yes, they have insulted you after watching your video. So who has gained? You get. And you see, the more they comment in your video, the more engagement you get. Right? So at the end of the day, it's a win-win for you. So create your content. Stop worrying about what people have to say. At the end of the day, that person is doing nothing. You're doing something. So build. I get insulted every day, but I don't worry. But here's the thing, stop creating content with artificial intelligence alone. I will not trust your AI monkey. There are guys who are creating AI monkeys. No, that AI monkey is good, but it cannot convince me to buy something from it. We need to see who is this person. So use AI and also show your real face. Unless you're a scammer that you're afraid of showing your face. So text to speech. So this is probably one of the most known AI tools that you can actually get to use. Like, for example, let me show you. You can play over here.
In the ancient land of Eldoria, where skies shimmered and forests whispered secrets to the wind, lived a dragon named Zephyros. Not the burn-it-all-down kind, but he was gentle, wise, with eyes like old stars. Even the birds fell silent when he passed.
What do you think about that, ladies and gentlemen? You can imagine using that for your storytelling. So I'm going to show you something over here. We can go back to ChatGPT. We don't know what to tell. We don't know what to tell 11 Labs, right? So we come. You see, I haven't even created an account yet. I come over here, select all this, right click and copy. And then I come over here on ChatGPT and I say, this is a script from 11 Labs. It is a story. You see? You tell ChatGPT. Now, that's a vivid cinematic script. You can see. It's a very, very simple script that you can get to use. So let me show you what we can do with it. You see? Very, very nice, very, very simple. Now, what if we said, create, you can choose the voice. Let's just allow me. Create another script of a story of a businessman called, let's use Kasongo. Let's use an example like Kasongo because I think we are familiar with Kasongo. create another script of a story of a businessman called Kasongo who went on a journey to mine some to I don't know what, on a journey to look for treasure in a world, in another world. Everyone is laughing about Kasongo. So he's it's going to try and create something like that. Yeah? Like a story. Yeah? So this is just you using ChatGPT to create like a very, very simple story to tell. Look at this. So now I can come and copy this. Let me copy up to this particular point. I copy up to that point, and then I come over here and paste it. You can easily delete this and paste your own story, right? And then what you want to do is you want to click on play.
In a world not too far from ours, past the spreadsheets, beyond the profit margins, there lived a man named Kasongo. Not your average businessman. He didn't chase money. He hunted meaning. One morning, while reviewing his balance sheet with cold black coffee in hand, a glowing portal opened in his office wall. Just like that. Most people would scream, "Kasongo!" He grabbed his briefcase and walked in.
What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think? We can even change the voice now. We are using a lady called Samara.
In the ancient land of Eldoria, where skies
I don't know why it's disappeared, but you can be able to easily choose a different character. Now you see, where is that part where we can change the character? English. That is in English. Oh, actually, I don't know if we can see whether the last time I checked, I didn't see Swahili. Let me see if there's Swahili over here. Do we have Swahili? Oh, there's Swahili. Yes, there's Swahili over here. Let me see. Now, create the story script now using Kiswahili. So imagine if you're a teacher and you create such a story for your kids in class. You give them a good story. Probably your voice is not good. Hapo, yeah, sijui kuna nini. Hapo, hapa tuna, hey, Kiswahili is so hard for me to even like. Ati katika dunia ya mbali kidogo, mbali na mikutano ya kifedha, zaidi ya, okay. Let me try and copy this up to that point. You know, ChatGPT can help you in that. So I'll come, delete all that, paste that. So it's changed the voice to Jessica. So let's hear. Jessica is from Kenya. So let's hear.
Katika dunia ya mbali kidogo, mbali na mikutano ya kifedha, zaidi ya faida na hasara, aliishi mwanaume mmoja aitwaye Kasongo. Kwa kijali kidogo. Si mfanyabiashara wa kawaida. Hakutafuta hela tu. Alikuwa akitafuta maana. Siku moja ya asubuhi, akiwa kwenye ofisi yake, anapitia ripoti za mapato huku anakunywa kahawa baridi. Ghafla, lango la kung'aa likafunguka ukutani. Watu wengi wangekimbia, lakini Kasongo alinyanyua briefcase yake, akaingia bila kuuliza.
Yeah? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? How many people can actually get to do something like this? Yeah? Someone is saying that this world is so fake. Yeah? So you can imagine you can teach wazungus Kiswahili by doing this. Right? Ati nimesikia Kasongo. So, that's something to think about. Like, for example, generate a script in English of a corrupt Kenyan politician lying to the public on what they will do. This should be a speech that the politician is giving, and add necessary tones. We will build. Let's see. It's going to try and generate. Yeah. We're trying to generate something. It's a script. Now, this one is just something else, just a little bit about humor. This one is, my fellow Kenyans, wananchi wa taifa hii tukufu. We are gathered here today at the dawn of a new era, an era of development, prosperity, and transformation. For too long, so this is like a speech now. Like, for example, you see, you want to change. Like, for example, when we are speaking, fellow Kenyans, I think formerly, the former president of Kenya used to like to say, fellow Kenyans, something like that. So we can come and copy this entire script as it is. Just try and see what you can do. So let me copy that. And then I come and delete all this. Let me paste all that. And now I can change. I probably want to say, I want to use English. Where is English? Here's English. And sorry, let me first delete this. Paste that. And I don't know if we can. Oh, these are just
We're off under the lights here for this semi-final clash. The stadium.
That's just an example. Eh? Now, there are so many characters that you can actually get to use. But now, if you want the full experience, you will probably have to log in. Let me refresh this and upload that entire script. Let me just paste that over there. And then I probably want to use, let me just leave it like that. And then I click on play. Sorry, I think it's too long. It's too long. The characters are too many. So we have it up to that particular point, and then we click on play. Yeah, you can even do Spanish, but for me, this one is for you to explain.
ABAY, APASD, APARC TT, APA Ward, 2 asterisk, BPA AB, 1.
What is it saying?
These asterisk, BPA AB, asterisk, BPA.
Oh, this thing is confusing me. So add something. Now, like for example, if you want to sign up, you just click on sign up over here. Like if you'd like to sign up. Yeah, if you want to sign up and create an account, you just click on sign up. I think so many guys, how many people know how to create proper accounts? Roughly how much is 11 labs per month? It's like $22. I think you can start with like an $11 package, depending on the kind of account you're creating. So that all depends on you, all right? So, okay, unfortunately for me, I have an account already. But I presumably believe that so many of you know how to create accounts. So now, if I click on got it over here, and I click on text to speech, all right? So 11 Labs is probably one of those platforms that is going to probably ask you to pay money upfront. Now, I don't want to get into the whole thing about advanced use of 11 Labs, but I'm going to give you an example of me generating a speech using my own voice. All right? So let me try and generate these and see.
Add bold, excited tone, classic.
That's not Nini, that's not me. So let me select voices over here. First of all, this is just 11 Labs. I can select voices. Now the advanced part on using 11 Labs to create your own voices is something that could take a lot of time, but it's not really perfect. Like I tried it, especially with Africans, haitoi sauti vizuri sana. But you can find that there are so many voices over here. Look at this. There are so many voices. You can find there's a guy called Young Jamal.
What's good, bro? This is the only young black accent, so you can use it however you want, cuh.
The room was silent. But in that silence, a story was waiting to unfold.
Can you hear that, ladies and gentlemen?
What are you looking for when it comes to narration? Clarity, intelligence, and a richer tone?
Is
Look
it
no
audible,
further.
ladies and gentlemen? Is
I'm
it audible?
Jessica. Let's get started.
Good. So, like an example would be, like I can decide to like select like maybe one of these voices over here, maybe decide to use one of them. Yeah, you can use any. There are so many voices that you will find over here. Like how many people? There's someone who was asking about Spanish.
Let's begin by closing your eyes and taking a few deep breaths. Inhale deeply through your nose and exhale through your mouth.
Well, I don't know, but you can actually do so. So you can actually see so
The
many.
room was
voices.
silent. But in that silence,
You can
a
add these
story was
voices
waiting to
over here.
unfold. The room
Now-
was silent. But in that silence,
Once you pick those voices, you can come over here to text to speech. All right. When you come to text to speech, you can easily come and select a voice. So like, for example, I can select like this one over here.
the room was silent. But in that silence, a story was waiting to unfold.
We can select that. All right. Now, we can say generate a proper script now of telling a story. And now you can say that is compatible with 11 Labs. You just say something like that. Let's see what we're able to generate. I want you to see. Here is a professionally structured story script tailored for narration using 11 Labs voice, something like that. The bridge Kasongo built in a quiet tone, in a quiet town, tucked between hills and rivers. Okay. What if I selected this? Let me select this. Come to text to speech and let me delete that. Paste that first. And then let me click on generate speech. I want you to tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen.
In a quiet town tucked between green hills and winding rivers, lived a man named Kasongo. Not a king, not a prophet, just a man with a briefcase and a dream no one understood.
What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? What do you think about that? We can continue with the story. In fact, I want to avoid, I don't know why it's really, let me see if I can copy all these the whole story as it is. Let me see. Oh, which can degrade the quality of the speech.
In a quiet town tucked between green hills and winding rivers, lived a man named Kasongo. Not a king, not a prophet, just a man with a briefcase and a dream no one understood. Tone, slightly dramatic.
You see, like we can select, like for example, if I go back to the voices again, I wanted to show you something. You can select a different voice. For example, if you click on the trending voices, you can see them. You can see the trending voices that are being used by people. And you can use these voices, like for example, if you're a creator and you want to target. Yeah. Now, most of these voices are already here. All you have to do is get a subscription. Look at this.
There are a few things in life that you need to understand about yourself before you're actually.
Sí, es cierto. Ni soy el más rico, ni el más guapo, ni el más elegante. Pero como yo te he querido, no te ha querido nadie. Y con eso tengo bastante.
I personally don't know what this particular guy is saying. I have no understanding of what they're saying. And you see, you have so many voices. There are so many voices that you can actually get to see over here. Can you hear me, ladies and gentlemen? Am I audible enough? Now, if the voice is having an issue, don't worry. Good. So like, for example, I decide, like if you take this one over here.
What are you looking for when it comes to narration? Clarity, intelligence, and a richer tone? Look no further. I'm Jessica. Let's get started.
If you click over here on filters, if you click on filters, you have the ability to filter like, what is it that you really want? Do you want to, why is it not working? Good. Now the filters is working, but after some time. So if you click on the filters tab, it's going to show you, like maybe you want to use a certain voice for this, you want to use a certain voice for this, you will get a whole selection of what you're looking for, right? But if you scroll through, like for example, look at this. There's a guy called Young Jamal. I don't know. Well, who is called? Is there anyone called Jamal in Kenya? In Kenya, do people still call themselves Jamal? But on a general basis, look at this. You can select your language. All right? You can actually select your language. For example, you can easily come select a language that you want to use. There's so many languages over here. I don't know if Swahili is here. Let me see. There is Swahili, and then you can choose an accent. I don't know what we can say, any. And probably we want to create an accent for social media. Then we click on apply filters to see whether we can get like any voices that are Swahili related. So it's going to try and check. Unfortunately, we don't seem to have any. But anyway, there are so many ways. Like you're able, listen to this.
I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer.
Hello, I'm Jane.
Hey, everybody. This is Juniper. I think I would...
So there are so many voices that you can actually get to use over here. So many voices. So many voices. It depends on the one you want. For those people who normally say they want to start creating faceless videos, well, this one is going to be your Kickstarter. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think up to that particular point? Is this something that you can actually do? Good. Now, I'm going to do something over here. I'm going to go to 11 Labs. I'm going to go to 11 Labs and I want to check on the pricing so that you are aware of how much you will pay. So like, for example, if I click on the pricing, you see, you can start with the $5 a month. It's not so good, by the way. I tried it, but this one is actually, it's a good starter for anyone. All right. Is this how people create folktale stories? Yes. If you go to YouTube, you're going to find so many people creating. Yeah, you can use your own voice, but that would need for you to go and record your voice. You know, it's going to need for you to have professional sound equipment. But you can start with, just first of all, use the free voices, the ones that are available. It's good anyway. It's probably an AI tool that I would recommend anyone to actually start. How are credits allocated? It depends. So someone might be wondering, what are credits? Now, credits allow you to use a specific AI tool. So like an example would be, it's going to tell you like something like this. You have 100 credits. So if you generate one audio voice, it's going to take 10 credits. So the more you generate, the credits, they go deducting. It's the same way we have airtime. Good. So the more you generate, the lesser they keep deducting. That is 11 Labs. Ladies and gentlemen, are we still together up to that point? Are we still together? Perfect. Now we remain with two more AI tools. And this one is probably one of the most requested AI tools. Image generation. How many people have probably wondered how to generate images using AI? How many people have probably ever sat down and wondered, how do you generate images using AI? I'm going to open something for you. I'm going to go to a website over here and search for a website called FreePic. And I want you to learn about this today. FreePic. FreePic is an AI tool that you can use for image generation. It is a very, very good AI tool. I usually have problems paying where M-Pesa is not an option. Get an ATM card. Yeah. Most banks today will give you a card. Will I need a license from my Kenya Films Board to post my contents on? No, you don't need. Your Kenya Films and Classification Boards is done. Just post your content. People like it, they like it. Let the people be the KFCB. So FreePic is a very, very good website that you can actually get to use for so many things. So if you Google FreePic, you're going to get something like this. It is an all-in-one AI creative suite. It is really an amazing website. An amazing website. Why do I say it's an amazing website? It is an amazing website because it allows you to do so many things at the same time. But one of the most important things that you can use FreePic for is you can use it to actually generate images. All right? So very simply, I'm going to show you something over here. Yeah, M-Pesa can actually assist, especially when you're using Global Pay. I think there's something called Global Pay. I don't know. M-Pesa Global. So, this is FreePic. One of the things that you need to know about FreePic is that it allows you to search, first of all, for various resources. So what do we mean by resources? If you're someone who's probably ever wanted, right? If you're someone who has probably ever wanted to look for images that you want to use in your website, if you want to get images that you can use in your videos, if you even want to get videos, you can get them on FreePic. So you come over here and you search for a cafe or search for an image on Freelancer. You search for that image and FreePic is actually going to show you so many images. But unfortunately, most of the resources available on FreePic have to be paid for. So if you click over here on the pricing, I want to show you the pricing. It's good for me to be honest with you so that you don't probably have issues later on. So there are various packages. We have the monthly and the annual packages. So we have this, which is the Essentials package. It's only €6 per month. It gives you around 7,000 AI credits. Remember, we've talked about AI credits. Okay? You can generate up to 1,400 images. So if we do euro to Kenyan shillings, €6 is around like 900 bob. We are looking at maybe say 1,000. €6 is going to give you like 1,000. It's probably like 1,000 shillings. How about €15? €15 is going to be 22.51 Kenyan shillings. Yeah, VAT inclusive. €34. €34 is around 5,103. This one is probably is the highest package, but you can start with this. Currently, I'm using this one. All right. So I normally pay the yearly one, the annual one, because the annual one you get to save like 40%. Yeah. Instead of paying like around 24,000, I think it's around like 25,000. With the annual one, you can pay up to even 16,000 Kenyan shillings. So it's quite savings for you. Okay. So this is the package itself. All right. Don't ignore all the others about all this, but this is the package. Now, normally you can use FreePic for so many things. Like if you click over here on this menu over here and click on home, you have the ability to do so many things. You can, like for example, if you are searching for an image on a Freelancer, all right? You're searching on an image on a Freelancer. Now, maybe before I even go on, is there anyone over here who has like, I want to know if there is anyone who has a social media profile that you've been posting in consistently and you would like for us to generate images that look like you. Anyone, if you have especially LinkedIn or Facebook and we can get images of you, share your link over here. Share the link over here. The first person is the one I'll go with. Make sure you have share a link. I've said you share the link to your social media profile so that we generate the images for you. Okay? I don't want to use my own images. I want to show you how we can use your own images to generate to actually create. What we do is create a character using FreePic. So we've said, good. Joseph Kaloi was the first person. He's shared his LinkedIn. I hope Joseph, your LinkedIn has, yeah? Good. This is Joseph. Good. Joseph was the first guy to share. He was the first person to actually share his LinkedIn profile, and he's shared Joseph, do we have permission to use your images? I have to consent from you if it is okay for me to download images from your LinkedIn profile. Do I have your permission? I need to ask for your permission, sir. Has Joseph said yes? Okay, thank you, Joseph. So let me come and see whether you have images. So I'll come and click on images. So we have image 1, image 2. I wish we can get more images of Joseph, but... Hi, Joseph. Hatuoni, I need a number of images. Yeah? I need a number of images. So let me go to the next person. Who is this calling themselves? Make sure you have, we need like a number of images. This one is called Ranches 09. I hope you've not sent us to another different place. We don't want to go to a different profile. Let me see if we have quite a number of photos. I'm looking for someone who has like a load of photos in their profile. Steve Karanja ametuwekea cartoon. I'm looking for, I just want someone who has like a number of photos. Let me see. Like you've done quite a number of photos. This profile is good, but I'm not able to get images. This is what I mean. Like for example, if you go to my LinkedIn profile, if you're confident enough, yeah, like this is what I mean. Like for example, if I go to my LinkedIn profile, let me show you something. If I go to my LinkedIn profile, it's easy for you to see so many images of me, right? So this is my LinkedIn profile. You can see that there are quite a number of images over here. And we seem to be having internet issues. I'm still hoping I'm audible, ladies and gentlemen. You see, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. So let me get another different profile. Let me try with Susan's. I think Susan's has quite a number of images. Let me try and get Susan's profile. So this is Susan. Let me try and see whether we can get a number of images from Susan's profile. And good. So I'll come over here and click on images. So let me get a few images of Susan. Like for example, you can decide to go with like this one. Let me save this image first. I'm going to save it in the downloads folder. Let me go and look for another. Let me look for some other images. I can go with this one again. You know, this one you normally need like around 7 to 9 images. So let me look for a few other images. Let me get like this one. Probably let me get like this one. So those are 4. Let me try and also get like this one. So that's 5. I'm trying to look for other images perhaps that can actually be helpful. Let me try and get this one. So that's 5. That's 6 now. Let me try and get image number 7. So for you to generate images using your, like if you want to use your own photos, you probably want to, what you want to do is give the AI tool that you're using quite a number of images. So let me use those images that we have just those ones that we have at the moment. Okay. Now, if you go back to FreePic and you click over here, there's something called an image generator. Now, an image generator allows you to generate images using freepic.com. And it is very, very, first of all, let me say, might be a little bit complicated when you begin at the first time, but as time goes by, you realize that it gets easier, okay? So let me first sort out my internet issues. I don't know why I'm having internet problems today. Should not be having. Ladies and gentlemen, am I audible? Am I audible, ladies and gentlemen? Can you hear me? Good. So let me search for freepick.good. It's now loaded. It's now loaded. So the thing that you want to do right now, if you look at this is now the freepick image generator. Like you can come and say, over here, we can say something like generate an image of a cat carrying a dog. It's just interesting things. You just, it might not be like exactly what really you might be looking for, but we've generated an image. What if we said, generate a realistic image of a cat carrying a dog, right? So that's how you can actually get to generate images, yeah? These are some of the ways that you can get to generate images. Now for this, you'll have to pay. Look at this. This is how it looks like, yeah? But now, let's say you want to generate your own images. There's a tab written over here, character. And this is where you will actually be able to set up the characters of the various things that you want to do. Like an example is, I can click on add a new character. And then I say the new character's name is going to be Susan. Susan, let's say VA. Gender, you want to say it's female. She's female. And then you want to upload images. So we will upload all these images. And then click on open. All right. So after you've uploaded all these images, after you're done with all that, just leave the quality to be high and then click on create your character. It's going to take some few minutes, like around 8 to 10 minutes for you to generate, for you to actually get to generate for it to actually be able to train. So if you go back to character, if you go and click character, you will see that training is in progress. So there are so many characters you can see over here. Look at this. You see, there are so many characters. Like for example, if you don't want to use your own images, like for example, you can come and select like this guy. Like for example, for me, I have this one over here that I had trained on Elvis. So this is a character of me. I can say, I select that character and then I say, generate a realistic image of Elvis, a Kenyan, giving a speech in the clouds. All right. And then you hit generate. So it's going to generate your image for you, right? It's going to start generating the image for you. It's something that takes a few seconds, all right? Takes a few seconds to actually get to generate. So let's see the image that is created. Yeah, you can see. It's trying to generate something similar. Look at that. All right? Might not be the same exact person. Sometimes in a Zaesha, you can see. All right? You can see. Generate a similar image. Now, I don't know why it's given me a bow tie twice. Yeah? But there's another character. I have, characters. Like I can come and select a different character. I can select like this one. That is another image I had trained. Now, it might not be so perfect, by the way. It might not be so perfect. But I want you to see what is actually generated. So this is what I normally use for imaging. Look at that. Generate a realistic image of Elvis giving a speech in the clouds. So you see, this one is a little bit realistic. But at the end of the day, it's giving a story. Yeah? Like, I can even give an example. Like, for example, you don't know how to generate the prompts. Right? You can go to ChatGPT and say something like, I would like to start generating images using the FreePick AI suite. Yeah? Help me generate image prompts. That's the thing you want to understand. Image prompts for a Kenyan African called Elvis, who is working as a garage attendant. So let's see whether it's going to help you generate the prompt. So like instead of having to think and think and think, you can say character-based prompts. A young African male attendant named Elvis wearing a navy blue jumpsuit. Okay, let me try and take this prompt, copy it, select it, copy it. Then I come to FreePick. Then I delete this prompt, this previous prompt, delete it. All right. And then I paste it. Yeah, actually it generates better images than ChatGPT. So let me generate the image and see. A young African male garage attendant named Elvis, wearing a navy blue mechanic's jumpsuit with oil stains, working under the hood of a car in a dusty Nairobi garage. Cinematic lighting. Well, okay. Does it look like me? How many people will recognize this as me? Yeah, you see? So we can even move on. We can even move on. We can even move on, like select this prompt, this second prompt again, and we can come and drop it over here. Kenyan man in his 30s named Elvis standing next to a silver Toyota Pro Box. You know, something like that. Someone is saying that they cannot see. How many people are not able to see this? How many people are not able to see this? Good. Someone is saying Weka dreadlocks. So you can see that the images, they kind of look very good. Look at that. You can see. Yeah. Okay, we can even say, can we generate an image of Elvis with dreadlocks? Right? Someone has asked. Now, in the meantime, you can also be checking whether the other previous character has finished training. All right? So all I do is I come over here and click on character and see, oh, Susan, it has already finished generating. So let's select Susan's image over here. We can say, first delete everything over there, then click on character, and then we want to select on Susan. Okay? Then we add our prompt over here. Generate an image of Susan, a Kenyan African virtual assistant, giving a speech in a hall. We can say there are two large speakers behind her. Let's see what we are able to generate. I want you to see. Probably. Moment of truth. Let's see what we are able to generate with FreePick. So you can use FreePick, train it with images, and then use it again to now start generating images that you can use. So let's see what we're able to generate. What do you think about that, ladies and gentlemen? Is this Susan? Is this Susan? You can see. Yeah. These are our two speakers. You can regenerate again. You can regenerate again. You can come over here and regenerate. Now, there might be a problem with the teeth, kidogo. That's one of the things I've realized with these AI tools. You might encounter issues when it comes to generating images where your teeth, you see, but it's coming out nicely. Pole pole. You see? You can actually get to see this, right? So that's basically how you can get to generate images, yeah, of your own. All right. You can even change the setup. You can probably even say you want to do this. Like, for example, you can say, generate an image of Susan, a Kenyan virtual assistant, working on her laptop in a well lit hotel cafe. Something like that. And then you click on generate. And now you'll be able to generate a very, very good image that you can actually get to use. Someone is asking, hakuna free version? Well, unfortunately, FreePic happens to deny people the free version because it probably makes you, it's going to probably ask you to pay. So, but if you look at this, it's anyway, might not be so close to, but I think it's really getting there. Yeah. The more you write the prompts, the better it actually becomes. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this so far? What do you think about this so far? What do you think about this so far? Yeah, you see. So that's something you can think about, ladies and gentlemen. That is something you can think about. It can help you with image generation. Can it create videos? Yes, but not so good. It doesn't do so good videos. Yeah. Good. So that's a very, very nice, simple AI tool that you can actually get to use. It's already 9:35 p.m., right? During the interaction with ChatGPT, does it allow use of things like photos, tables, etc., or it's purely text? I don't know what you mean. You can use photos, like ChatGPT can understand photos or something like that. You can even use tables. Yeah, there's a lot you can actually get to do with it. But anyway, majority of these things that you need to see about FreePic is that it can generate as many images, like so many images if you'd like. If you'd like to generate images of you in this particular setup, just know how to write your prompt. Don't just say generate an image of me eating food. No. Where are you eating? What kind of food are you eating? What clothes are you wearing? You can probably even change. That's the specific, you need to make your prompt very, very specific. Yeah. Don't just go and say generate an image of me eating. Eating what? Okay, what are you eating? Are you eating stones? Be specific, right? Because now that's why so many people fail, right? There are so many people who fail because you fail because, first of all, you don't write the proper prompt. Yeah. Is there a session for website, bro? No, we don't have a session for website. But now I also wanted to add something over here. How many people, and this one is going to be your personal assignment of this particular AI tool called Opus Clip. How many people have watched podcasts before? How many people have watched like a podcast? And then you normally see, like for example, this is Opus Clip. Opus Clip is actually used, for example, when it comes to you creating short clips from long form video content, right? Like you have an entire video and you would like to start creating short clips from it. You use this particular tool called Opus Clip. It is a very, very, very good tool, right? If you just go to Opus Clip, you can see that it has so many features. The pricing, you can start with the free version if you'd like, right? So like for example, let me go to this tab over here and search for Opus Clip. All right. You click on Opus Clip, the number one AI video editing tool, and probably you can create an account. You just click on sign up. You'll be able to easily sign up on Opus. Yeah. With the free version, you get like a few credits. You will get like a small number of credits. Okay. So I'll come and click on continue with Google just to create a very, very simple account. So what these guys do is that they give you a chance to use this particular tool for free. All right. Use it for free for probably maybe a day or two. Maybe just try and play around with it. And then you decide whether you want to pay for the main version. So let me just create an account over here. Ladies and gentlemen, are we still together? I know it's time, but we're just winding up. So if you could allow me, we're just winding up. So let me click on continue over here. And we are sorry. Your free trial has started. Then we click on start clipping. So you normally get some credits over here. You see this? These are what we refer to as credits. This one allow you, like for example, you have a video on YouTube that you would like to create short clips from. So like an example is, let me go to maybe one, like my YouTube channel. I go to YouTube, all right? And I come over here and I look for, maybe let me check out, let me probably look for a video that is not so long. So like for example, I come and click on videos over here. And I come and look for a video that was not so long. So probably let me select like this one. This one over here that is 3 minutes long. I come, after selecting that video, I come and copy this link. This is a link to the video. Copy it. And then I come over here to Opus Clip, and now you drop your link over here. Right? When you drop that link there, when you drop that particular link over there, you now have the ability to create short clips. You can create short clips as many as possible. So like for example, look at this. I say that probably I don't want the clips to be 3 minutes long. I probably want them to be less than 30 seconds long. And then when I say less than 30 seconds, I want to generate the clips from the first frame to the last frame, from the start to the end. You can adjust this if you want. You can adjust it to the specific time that you want. Scroll it down, then you can select the presets. What are presets? Presets are basically how you want the clips to actually appear. So we select the first preset, and then we click on Get Clips in one click. It's going to take like a few minutes to generate the clips. You're going to probably get asked questions like which best describes your role when using Opus Clip. We can say like, for example, I'm an educator. If you create content for business reasons, what is the size of your organization? You can say something like this. What is your current social media reach? You can say probably 500,000 plus. Yeah. What kind of content do you primarily want to create on Opus? Yeah, we can say probably say original content. How did you hear about us? This is just some information. Yeah. So we can say probably, okay, so an Opus clip on a video. Then you can actually connect your YouTube account over here if you'd like to. So this one is normally to help you. Like for example, if you're that kind of person who normally creates videos. How many people create videos on YouTube? Long form videos. You create long form videos and then start wondering, how do you create short clips from them? This is the tool that you can get to use. By the way, it's honestly amazing. It is very, very good. It can take like a 30-minute video, a whole 30-minute video, by the way, and it can create short clips from it. It can create short clips, so many short clips from it. Like you can even do like even up to like a 5-minute video can get up to 10 clips. And you see these ones can actually easily be posted on your social media profile. Like maybe, let me see if my account, if the account I have, let me try and log into the account that I actually had. Let me try and log in into it and see. Let me log in into it so that I can actually see the videos I had. So you're able to create short clips generally, very, very simply using Opus Clip. And probably, like, do I have any projects at the moment? No, my Nini was cancelled. So I did not pay last time. So it takes a few minutes, so we are still waiting for it. But anyway, as we wait for it, ladies and gentlemen, how many people have found value in these particular classes as we just come to a close? How many people have found value in these classes? How many people have found these classes? I have kids seen, how many, if you have found value in these classes? I have kids seen kids video version. What AI tool is that? I don't know. Elvis, consider opening up for private engagements at a fee for those who want to perfect or learn more of what you teach. Well, I normally don't have private engagements, unfortunately. But I normally, there's one thing I normally believe. Like if someone can be able to do something by themselves and just seek guidance, it can really help you. The reason I try and avoid private engagements is I don't know, the time factor. I don't want to tell you 10 o'clock and then we don't do it. So here are the clips. Look at this. So the clips have already been created. I can come and click over here, and you see it has created 7 clips. Look at that. So we play the first one.
Now, instead of saying I'll go to the gym, you can say something that today at 3:30 p.m. East African time, I will go to the gym and work out for 45 minutes. You see, that already has planted something in you. And implementation intention. I want to learn digital marketing. I will learn digital marketing. Now, instead of saying I will learn digital marketing, how about you put it like this? Today, at 8 p.m., I will spend 1 hour learning what digital marketing is on YouTube. Now, instead of saying that I'm actually going to start content creation in 2025, you can say...
Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about that? From a 3-minute video, we have generated 7 clips that you can use for social media. 7 clips from a 3-minute video. So now you have the ability to shoot a 10-minute video and generate up to 10 clips that you can use for social media, even 15. So you have no other excuse when it comes to you creating content. So this is something that you can think about. Opus clip. And remember, at the end of the day, maybe as we just wind up, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say something like this. Yes, AI tools exist, but if you also think that you can actually get to pay for them, please pay for them. Why am I saying that you pay for them? You're going to find value in using AI tools, especially when it comes to your workflows. It is one of the things I recommend with people all the time, telling them, hey, use AI tools, pay for them. Don't be afraid of spending maybe a few shillings here and there to actually get the pro version of an AI tool. So that's something that you can actually get to think about. And yes, good. Elvis, I learned some things, but others not as the session was heavy. Okay, sorry. Yes, you can download the clips. You just click over here. You download, but unfortunately, you'll download with a watermark. So you can use that to begin with. Right? You can use that to begin with, and then probably later on you can actually get, Keep the WhatsApp group open for some days for questions as we practice this. Yes, Susan is actually going to do that. She's going to be doing that. Good. Elvis, this is what I mean. Kids videos, but it's adults videos. Well, I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know what you really mean, because I'm trying to understand what you really mean. Oh, adult videos. Oh, well, I didn't know. I don't know what you really mean, Nancy. But for me, how do we access the sessions for the future? In the beginning of this particular session, you will find a full recorded video. Yeah, a full recorded video that shows you how to enroll. Yeah, how to actually get to access the recorded versions. You will get that. I think quite a number of guys joined late, and that's probably one of the reasons as to why you didn't get to see us demonstrate that. Yeah? Good. I'm requesting a lesson for content creation and video editing. Well, unfortunately, that one we don't have at the moment. Videos that show E.G. Trump as a child. Well, those ones are not kids' videos. It's also important for parents to be careful with the kind of content that children are consuming, because you might find children consuming content that is not very, very good. Someone is saying, I love my laptop now. Good. Websites, classes. We will arrange on that. Good. Thank you for the eye opener. I'm actually, honestly, very, very tired with my voice, because today's session has been really a little bit long. Someone is saying the last session was loaded and needed more time. Maybe this learning should take 5 days. Okay, that is well noted. Thank you, Albert, for that. Albert, okay. Thank you for that. What of CapCut? CapCut is a video editing tool. That one is mostly for video. How many people use CapCut, by the way? How many people use CapCut? CapCut is a very, very good video editing tool. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I agree that was my comment too. Albert put it better. Okay, that is well noted. Thank you. But maybe what we can do is probably see whether we will see what kind of arrangement we can have. But the most important thing that you have to remember is we have recorded versions of these sessions, right? They are recorded versions of these particular sessions, and you can easily get to access them. And also something to remember is that you don't have to know how to use all these AI tools. Choose the one that you would like to get started with and perfect on it. If it is ChatGPT, start with that. If it is DeepSeek, use that, right? Don't be so like jumping into this one. You get to this one, start with one. Actually, most of the AI tools I use today, most of the AI tools I use today actually came from just using ChatGPT. Honestly, I think I only pay for ChatGPT on a monthly basis because it's the AI tool I use almost daily. So just start. That's why we spent a lot of time yesterday talking about ChatGPT, right? But in any case, if anyone has questions, the WhatsApp group is actually going to remain open for as long as it takes. It's going to allow you to ask as many questions as possible. And Susan is going to be taking note. And probably we can even do an extra session to just cover a few things. That could probably help you. Good. I mentioned video editing. Good. Been using ChatGPT, but I have known a lot of things I did not know. Yeah. Learn and learn. Yeah. Or future classes. The next classes that we're having are next month. In August, we will be having classes on it's computer literacy and digital literacy again. But this time we'll be covering introductions to things like social media management. We'll tackle some tools. It's going to be a 5-day class. Yeah, I don't even have the poster over here, but that is what we will be covering in the month of August. These are computer literacy and digital literacy classes. We'll talk about social media. This is one of the things that I've realized so many people have been asking. We'll also talk about basics of digital marketing. Yeah, we'll also have a beginner web design class. Like for this one is just to give you a brief introduction into web design. We'll also talk about graphic design with Canva. We'll also talk about social media management. And again, we'll also cover these tools again and how to use AI for personal productivity. It's going to be a total of like around 5 to 7 sessions. We actually have 5 classes and 2 extra sessions. So this is what we'll be covering. And this is going to be starting on the 11th of August. Yeah, so probably if this could be something that you might be interested in, you can join us then. Yeah, video editing. I don't know why, but I think I wouldn't say that I teach video editing as much, but for me, I try to say that try with some free resources. We might organize for a session on video editing. Let me see I think we had one session. I can try and share a free tutorial on CapCut. Can that probably help? If I shared like a free tutorial on how to use CapCut. I'll share some few tutorials over here. I'll share CapCut, Canva. Let me see if I can share these tutorials over here. They can probably, you need to confirm it is me. Okay. Yes?
Right?
I've said?
Like you said, that CapCut can be one of the best video editing apps, right?
Yes.
I tried using CapCut once to actually make a video with some screenshots, but for some reason, when I tried to export it, it was taking a very long time from what I've had with other people, what they say about CapCut. And even by the time when it was exported, the video turned out to be very bad. I don't know what actually happened that time.
Are you using the paid version of CapCut?
Right now, no. But even paid or not paid, it should have at least maybe made the video to look like how it was made that time.
Well, I think it's maybe when you're exporting your video, probably, because you need to check that. Yeah.
Even like I even remember I even put it for 1,080. Yeah, it even like for some reason either that it's like, for example, like in the exported video, it's almost like the screenshots will not follow each other. There's a blackouts, and even the music in the video would not be very well. It will almost like have a glitch.
Well, the problem is then is in the video editor, not the software. The problem then,
What do you mean?
it's the person doing the video editing, not the software.
Like how come even when I went back and checked, I saw everything was still in place.
Are you using your smartphone or?
Yeah, I use both a laptop and a smartphone when making it.
No, when editing the video, you used what specifically?
I use mostly I use the laptop, and then like partly with the phone.
Well, I probably don't know what could be causing that. I don't know what could be causing that, but I probably think you need to, if you can, is it because I don't think you should be having editing issues with CapCut. I don't think you should be having. If that persists, there's one thing I normally recommend. Don't like when you're editing your video with CapCut, don't add a lot of effects. There's so many people, you add heavy filters. You know, CapCut has heavy filters. If you add those heavy filters, exporting your video is going to be, first of all, it's going to take a very long time. Yeah. It's also going to take, like, for example, if you don't have a powerful laptop, it's going to slug. Does your laptop have, does it have a graphics card?
What is that exactly?
A graphics card is just like a card to probably make, how will I put, okay. What RAM do you have in your laptop?
What kind of?
RAM. What is the amount of RAM?
The amount of RAM, maybe like around 120.
No, RAM, like RAM. 120 is a lot. Mine, like my laptop has 16 GB of RAM.
Oh, you mean 6? Or like I think like somewhere like around 11 or 12.
12 GB. What kind of laptop is it?
I'm using a laptop called Dell.
Dell what specifically?
Like from what I'm seeing, basically it's called the company is named Dell. I don't know whether there's actually another name for it, by the way.
Dell model. Now the model, like the laptop I'm using currently, is a HP Victus. You see, the same way we have Toyota.
Yeah, that's the name of my laptop.
HP Victus.
No, like Dell is the name of my laptop.
Okay. Maybe I would recommend this. Like if you're having issues with the editing of your videos, I think it's probably have you mastered using CapCut first of all? Maybe to ask that.
Yeah, I've been able to. I saw a few tutorials and I tried making a video with it.
How many tutorials have you watched? I think it's important that you just. How long have you used CapCut? Let me ask that.
Like a few months. Actually, it was. I had a problem like the time when I had like after I made a video with some pictures. Like I wanted to export it and then it didn't turn out so good. That was like after I finished, after watching around 5 tutorial videos, and then trying to post the video, and I tried to export the video. That's the time when it had the problem.
Just go. Let me show you something. Just go to YouTube and search for a CapCut tutorial, because I think for you to really get to understand this, I think there's a tutorial. Let me show you this tutorial. You see this one over here?
If you want,
like, you don't have an old version of CapCut or that a new version?
No. Don't worry about the old or the new. First of all, understand how to navigate it, because I think the issue is not CapCut. It's in the video editing process itself.
Like I could have done something wrong. While making it.
Yes, exactly. I think the issue could be there.
I'll try and see what I can do. I think I'll try. Like, is it possible if I can be able? If I can be able to if I try to make a video again with CapCut, I want to see like how I want to see with you whether I can be able whether it will work out properly. Ama, if it doesn't work out, I want you to see it. I want you to see it for yourself.
Tufungie class.
Please, let's not be rude, tafadhali. That's please don't be rude at someone. Me, I normally say, kuuliza si ujinga. Let's just respect how she's asking the question, because honestly, hata wewe, if you are put in such a situation, and that is why I'm personally like just agreeing to help her. So please, there's someone who's shouted. That's not right. So please reach out to me. We'll do it privately, just me and you. We discuss this together. Is that okay?
All right. Thank you.
Susan.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Please, siko ubaya, but sometimes, you never know maybe the issue someone is having. So I just thought it's good to help. But anyway, let's proceed. Is there anyone else who has a question? Elvis, can you teach coding? Unfortunately.
Hello.
Yes, hi.
Hey, Elvis.
Yes.
Hey, I want to learn coding. Do you teach coding? I would
No.
really love to.
No, unfortunately, coding. I don't teach coding.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, okay. Now, mostly, the whole thing about... Yes, go ahead.
How you say?
Good.
No, after maybe you've done everything in the chat GPT, now you want to save your workings. This is the major problem that I'm normally having. How do you save your work? Because in chat GPT, sometimes it disappears completely before even saving your work. So kindly, can you just briefly explain to me?
No, it doesn't disappear actually. When you're doing anything on chat GPT, nothing should disappear, because every single thing that you do is supposed to appear on the left-hand side over here. So unless you...
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
I know. Sometimes it disappears from the left side. I don't know why.
If it disappears, just come and click on search chats.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably what has happened is you have archived. You can probably have archived your chats. You just come over here, like if it's something related to web design or something that you're doing, you search it over here and you're going to find it.
Okay. Another big problem which I'm having is maybe you have a big information after you've done maybe some information, because I normally teach online this hijama, this capping, wet capping, dry capping, everything. Sometimes after maybe I've got a lot of I used a lot of time preparing the whole lessons and everything. Now I want to save it in the PDF. When it says now it has created a PDF, when I want to check on the PDF, everything is not there. It's not completely in the PDF. I don't know.
Well, I don't recommend ChatGPT. Don't tell ChatGPT to create a PDF for you. Just copy paste the information. When it gives you information, copy it, put it in Microsoft Office Word, arrange it like that, and then save it as a PDF. Don't tell it to do it for you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's much better that way.
So the best thing is to save in the Microsoft Word.
Yes. Word or Google Docs.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Elvis. I really appreciate that.
Okay, thank you.
I'm in for the next class. We'll be together.
Asante.
Elvis, thank you for the opportunity. I was just wondering, what is the best AI tool to do ebooks? Because I have a lot of reports I've done, and probably want to do ebooks and be able to sell them online.
I don't know. I haven't really found an AI tool for ebooks, but you already have the written content, or?
Yes.
Maybe what you can do is package. You can use a tool like Canva, or you can even use Google Docs to arrange your ebook. As long as it appears as a document that is proper, you can easily create like a PDF of it, and you can easily start disseminating it online. But I don't know why, ebooks sometimes, maybe you can, first of all, take some time and think it over, especially when it comes to dealing with ebooks. But I normally recommend that just for you to sell your ebook, let people know who you are, because not so many people will wake up and buy the ebook like instantly or something like that. But normally for me, recommendation, use AI tools like ChatGPT for proofreading and spicing up your ebooks. And if you want to package the ebook as a document, you can use a tool like Google Docs. And if you want to get to an advanced level, you can use Canva for graphics.
Okay. Thank you.
Karibu. Good. Now, I really hope you, maybe sorry about this last session, but at the end of the day, these AI tools can really save you time and effort. It's already 10:05 p.m. Today's session has been a little bit long, but I'm personally happy that we've been able to come to the end of the sessions. I'll look at all the questions that you've asked over here. I will try and generate like a full. I'll generate like a full document showcasing all the answers to the various questions. But remember, the WhatsApp group is still open if you'd like to actually get to ask questions. If you have any questions relating to artificial intelligence, you can throw them in over there. Susan, Imani, and a few other people will actually be willing to help you out. And remember, these tutorials can also really guide you. I'll try and make sure that you also have the Canva and CapCut tutorials, as well as access the computer literacy and digital literacy classes, just to give you some guidance hapa na pale. Because I personally think that we are slowly getting into an era of digital literacy. And I think it's important for you and everyone else to just be ahead. So from me is to say thank you so much for being part of these classes. It takes a lot for someone to invest in themselves. And I honestly just want to say thank you. And thank you for the patience. I normally don't take people for granted. For me, I don't. It's all about helping each other. You never know. That person who was asking a question and probably people are lashing out at her, it's not a very good picture. I personally like to respect people and treat everyone kindly, politely. So I'm really appreciative of everyone joining this particular session. I would really be excited to have you in other upcoming sessions. I really hope you found value in the sessions. Susan is going to be sharing a document that you can fill in and share maybe your feedback, what you would like for us to improve on, like on our end. One of the things I've noted is about covering too many tools at the same time. We can actually make an arrangement for that. But apart from that, I'm willing enough. I can actually try and get other tutorials that we have done previously that can even guide you. Yeah. But most important, it's using the AI tools. Learning how to use the AI tools is just a basic thing, but now the whole thing is using the AI tools. And I would like to leave that to you, ladies and gentlemen, and tell you the information is with you. Just take an effort to use these AI tools. Someone has said practice makes perfect. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you all the best and a great evening ahead. So in any case, if anyone has a question, feel free to throw it in the chat section of the WhatsApp group, and we'll be so happy to really respond to that. Yeah. So yeah, and of course we'll make sure that you guys have a custom discount for the August classes. I think it's 2,500, but for you we can actually do it at 2,050. So if each and every person who's been part of these sessions, you'll get a discount of 450 shillings. I think that's valid enough for you. Kama, something like that, giving back. And we'll also give you access to a few classes. There's someone who's really asked about web design. I'm looking for that person who's asked about web design because I would really be so happy to give you free access to the web design course. Not so many people learn web design. So if it is you, reach out to Susan and tell her that you would like to take the web design course. And she's going to give you free access. We're going to make an arrangement for that. But over and above, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being part of these sessions. I really hope you got value from all this. Thank you.